Hello, thank you for watching this overview video of the 2021 Open Enrollment Benefit Form process. The form that we'll be going over today is a sample, so the sections that appear within the form that you'll complete at your company may vary from what is included in this video. Before you start your online open enrollment form, you'll want to make sure that you've decided which benefits you want to have next year, and you have all of your dependents' information. You will also need to have that benefit overview, also referred to as benefit summary letter, that was mailed to you by CSG HR, because you'll need some information that's included in that letter while completing this online form. The first thing you'll do is visit the website that's included on that summary letter, or it can also be found in the benefit brochure that you received from HR. Once you're to that website, you will need to enter in the corresponding password. On the next page, you'll be prompted to enter in some identifying information so the system can validate that you're an employee of the company. Whatever email address you provide on this page will be used to send you a confirmation of your benefit enrollment. New for this year's form is the employee ID number or employee code. There will be a drop-down list that appears, and you'll select your employee ID number from the available list. When entering your date of birth, please be sure that you enter in slashes between the month, the date, and the year to avoid receiving an error. In order to proceed to the benefit selection part of the form, you'll need to enter in the last four of the Social Security number that we have on file for you in Spectrum, and this form will validate the last four of your social as it relates to that employee ID number in our system. If it doesn't match, the additional benefit sections will not appear for you. But you can see once it validates, that you'll be able to make your insurance elections. The first election that you will make is for your medical coverage. There are three options for plan: HSA Plan 1, HSA Plan 2, or you can decline medical coverage. If you select one of the plan types, you'll then be prompted to select a medical tier, and this is for who you want covered on your insurance. Employee only, plus child, plus spouse, plus children, or plus spouse, plus children would mean that it's family coverage. In this example, we're going to take HSA Plan 1 and employee plus spouse. After you make your medical coverage selections, if you took one of the HSA medical plans, there will be a section that appears that relates to HSA ineligibility. If one of these three types of ineligibilities apply to you, you cannot participate in a health savings account that accompanies the medical insurance. You can still have the medical insurance, just not the actual savings account that accompanies the insurance. Be sure to review that section carefully, and if you are not eligible to contribute through payroll deductions or receive employer funding, you will check this box. The next section that you'll indicate is your dental coverage. We made enhancements to the benefit form for 2021 to pull in some information on when your current benefit election started. Refer to your benefit overview letter for the specific start date as well as which plan you currently have for dental insurance. The changes you can make for next year will be limited to what plan you currently are and how long you've had it, as the dental insurance has a 2-year lock-in provision. In this example, Bugs Bunny has had his current dental plan for over 2 years so that he's able to make a change in 2021. But he is going to stay with Dental Basic plus spouse. Vision coverage. There's only one type of plan, so you will either select it or decline. For any of the medical insurances, if you decline the plan, the tier will disappear because that's no longer required. Because if you do not have the insurance, you will not have to indicate who you want covered. For the insurance that you did take out, if you're covering any dependents on that insurance, spouse or children, you'll need to add their information in the dependents covered section. So since Bugs took out medical and dental for his spouse, he will need to enter in the spouse information here. And we'll put a yes for medical, yes for dental, and a no for vision. And then we will have to enter in all of Lola's information. Even if she is currently covered under any of the insurances in the current year, the information has to be provided again. If you need to add more than one dependent, you would just click here to add dependents and additional lines will be inserted for you. The next page will ask you to indicate what you would like for contributory life insurance. You have to take contributory life insurance for yourself in order to have contributory life insurance for your spouse or children. You cannot have more insurance on your spouse than what you have for yourself. If you're going to increase what you currently have for contributory life for yourself or your spouse, or you previously waived and you're going to now add contributory life insurance, you will have to go through evidence of insurability before the new amount goes into effect. Please contact HR if you have any questions on this process. In this example, Bugs Bunny currently has $100,000 for himself and $25,000 in spouse, and he wants to keep those same coverages, so that is going to be what we select here. If you look at your benefit summary letter, it'll indicate what you currently have for contributory life insurance. Because spouse life insurance is being taken out, we have to add the spouse's name and date of birth. We're going to waive the children's contributory life insurance, but should you select it, either $5,000 or $10,000, you will be prompted to add the children's names. The next section is for accidental death and dismemberment insurance. This is voluntary coverage and is not offered by every company that is part of the CSG family. So when you complete your form, this section for voluntary AD&D may not apply. If it does, you'll need to indicate which amount you want to have. Accidental death and dismemberment insurance does not require evidence of insurability if you're making changes. The next section on this page is to provide your beneficiary information. At least one primary beneficiary has to be entered, even if you decline the contributory life insurance and voluntary AD&D, because all employees receive company paid for life insurance. So that requires that a beneficiary be provided. You can add more than one primary beneficiary. Just be certain that the percent of proceeds adds up to 100%. You're not required to, but we encourage that you add a contingent beneficiary. Should something happen to the primary beneficiary you have entered, then the contingent will be used to pay out any life insurance benefits. So we're going to click next and go on to the next page. Because Bugs took out medical insurance, he will be prompted to indicate whether or not he wants to contribute to his health savings account. Now, if you're not eligible for the health savings account that accompanies a medical insurance plan and you marked your ineligibility on the first page of this form, you will again want to check this option. But because Bugs is eligible, he's going to enter in the annual amount that he wants withheld next year. There are limits on what you can contribute based upon who you're covering on your medical insurance. And the amount that you're allowed per IRS regulations is a combination of the employer and the employee contributions. So if you look at this table here, It'll help you understand how much you can contribute while staying within IRS limits. Of course, you do not have to contribute the maximum amount. You can pick anything between 0 and that max amount. The next page that displays here is for flexible spending accounts. This benefit is not offered by all of our companies, so this page may not appear for you during completion of your online benefit enrollment form. If it does, you must answer yes or no to whether or not you want either of the flexible spending accounts. If you enter yes, then you must enter in what you want your annual election to be. The final page before we submit our form is the consent to receive benefit documents electronically. Be sure to read through this information and check yes or no for whether or not you consent to receive benefit communications electronically. If you do, we will use the email address that was provided on the first page of your benefit form. Final page here is your authorization, in which you will sign your form just using your mouse, or if you're doing this on a tablet or smartphone, you can use your finger or a stylus to send. If you believe all of your entries are correct, then you can click submit here. If you're uncertain of what you selected and want some additional time to think about it, you can click Save. Incognito Forms will send you an email with a link to come back to the form so you can review, make changes, and then submit. If you lose the email that the system sends you, there is no way to get back to the form you started, and you will instead have to start completely over. So we recommend that you have all of your dependents information and that you've made your benefit decisions before starting your form. Since Bugs Bunny knows what benefits he wants, he can just go ahead and click submit. The website will then give him a confirmation message here with a summary of all the selections that he made in his online form. This same summary will be sent to the email address that was provided on the first page of the benefit election form. Thank you for taking time today to watch this overview. If you have any questions, please contact HR at your company or CSG Corporate HR in Bismarck. All of our contact information can be found on the last page of the benefit brochure. Have a great day.